Hello there, Playtendo Guy here, and welcome to my review of Dying Light. Zombie games have certainly been popular these last few years, with plenty of games where you kill the undead, so when Dying Light was released, I didn't bother with it as I thought it was yet another zombie game. And it seems like I may be wrong, as Dying Light is another zombie game, yes, but it's a bloody good one. Once you start Dying Light, you'll probably be quite bored and frustrated with the game as it starts off quite slow and you'll be dying quite a fair bit because you only have weak weapons and your character Crane is also quite weak himself. But stick with it as you'll be having fun soon enough once you start unlocking the upgrades. The plot is pretty substandard as you play as gruff talking hero 101 Kyle Crane, who's been deployed into an infected part of South America called Haran by a shady government organisation to find a secret file, but obviously the plot does take its twists and turns and ultimately the story payoff falls flat on its face. This is mostly due to the pretty rubbish voice acting which takes the story so seriously that it just becomes laughably bad. Thankfully the gameplay more than makes up for that plot. The big gameplay mechanic that Dying Light has going for it, it's its Mirror's Edge style first person free running and parkour, and deservedly so. It does take a little while to get used to it and you may need to upgrade Crane so he has more stamina, but it's fine and works fantastically like a dream once you get used to it. Upgrades now, and that's another thing this game does fantastically. You're always earning XP. To level up 3 different abilities, you earn XP for climbing and parkour, killing zombies and basically staying alive. All these abilities you unlock are incredibly useful and do add some fun moves and items to the games against the horde of the undead. Talking of the undead, there's plenty of them to dispatch here and you obviously need some weapons. At first your weapons seem flimsy and not very strong, but give it a few hours and you'll find some nice strong weapons that you can do some serious damage with. It's also worth noting that you can upgrade your weapons so your knife can burn zombies or your baseball bat can electrocute enemies, so there's plenty of weapons to get experimental with. There are also some guns which are okay to use, but use them at your own risk as zombies will hear you and come after you. Now you might think zombies are slow and you'll be able to run away from them. But don't be too sure, as Dying Light has a fair few different types of zombies. There's the recently turned zombies that can run, do high attacks, and climb up buildings. There's also zombies that explode when they're near to you. Think of the creeper from Minecraft. It's great to see a good bit of variation on the enemies. But be careful, once night falls, you best off staying inside, as enemies are more powerful. Oh, and there's these super zombies called volatiles that can run stupidly fast and are really strong. Nighttime is a great change of pace for the game, as you'll be running about quickly trying to avoid volatiles, whilst daytime you can relax and do whatever you like. Also at night time, you get a double XP boost which encourage a huge risk and reward. Exploring the world of Haran is a joy and you'll have the fairly big open areas of Old Town and suburbs which offer plenty of activities to do. The campaign is a decent length which lasts about 10 to 15 hours and do offer some really fun missions, but be warned the final boss is a massive disappointment as it's just a QTE. Which is a massive shame as the final level has a massive build up to this fight, but ending up as a QTE wastes some massive potential as other boss fights in the game are actually quite fun. So what do I do after I finish the story, I hear you cry? Well, you've got your safe houses to unlock, so if you die you can respawn to the nearest safe house, which saves quite a lot of travelling. You also have a massive list of 50 odd side quests to do, which certainly do take a very long time to do. Most of these missions consist of general fetch quests, but the rewards you net do offer incentives to do them. Feeling a bit lonely, you can also play the game in 4-player co-op within the whole game, so you can do the whole campaign in co-op, or just mess about in Haran with your mates. It's a brilliant little system and works really, really well, and you'll be missing out if you do play on your own. Now, we've talked a fair bit about the game, and now time to wrap things up with a conclusion. Dying Light is yet another zombie game, but with a few neat tricks up its sleeve to keep it feeling fresh. Just don't expect a lot from the story as it's frankly rubbish, and don't expect an epic final boss as it's just a QTE. And you'll have a blast. Play online with a few mates and you'll have a bucket load of fun. I give the game a brilliant 8.5 out of 10 and certainly recommend you go for it as it's discounted now. Thank you for watching my review. Until next time, bye.